Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. Now the news in full. Vehicles and other goods, including food items, have been burnt down by an explosion that occurred in Sabon Wuse Tafa local government area of Niger State. The blast reportedly occurred while a tanker was offloading gas at a terminal in the area. It was reported that the fire burned for hours before the arrival of firefighters at the scene of the incident, with claims that the explosion sent shocking waves through surroundings community as people ran out of their homes for safety. The Conference of United Political Parties, CUPP, has criticized the National Assembly for nominating Asiya Abdullahi Ganduje, daughter of APC National Chairman Umar Ganduje, and Mohammed Wamako, son of Senator Aliyu Wamako, to the board of the Northwest Development Commission, NWDC. Peter Amen, National Secretary of CUPP, expressed the group's disapproval during a press briefing in Abuja, describing the nominations as an abuse of legislative powers. He criticized the nominations, asserting that they undermine the principles of fairness and equal opportunity. The dismissed resident electoral commissioner of Adamawa State, Hudu Yunusa Ari, has alleged that he was pressured to declare Governor Amadu Fintiri the winner of the controversial 2023 governorship election, despite possessing evidence that the All Progressive Congress APC candidate, Senator Aishatu Dahiru Banani, rightfully won. Speaking in Bauchi with journalist Yunusa Ari accused both the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, and Election Tribunal of deliberately ignoring evidence of widespread irregularities. The former resident electoral commissioner stated that he and other officials were pressured to declare Fintiri the winner under threats to their security. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has inaugurated the governing boards of the Imo State Universal Basic Education Board and Imo State University Teaching Hospital. The governor reaffirmed his administration's commitment to revitalizing both sectors for improved service delivery. Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe reports.
At the inauguration ceremony, Governor Uzodinma highlighted the crucial role of Imo State University Teaching Hospital as the state's only teaching hospital, reassuring that his administration would provide all necessary resources to enhance its operations and improve healthcare services.
Between last year and this year, we have invested over 4 billion naira in the teaching hospital, procuring modern equipment to make sure the environment will be habitable and the equipment that can compete with any other equipment outside this plan is also procured.
On basic education, the governor announced that his administration has fully paid all counterpart funds owed for the past 12 years. He assured that the funds remain intact and will be immediately utilized to enhance learning infrastructure and quality education across the state.
Quality education is not about the block, the building. Quality education requires quality teachers, quality teaching, quality environment for you to have quality education.
Responding on behalf of the newly inaugurated board members, the chairman of Imo State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Emmanuel Ogeri, expressed gratitude to the governor for the confidence reposed on them, pledging the board's commitment to fulfilling its mandate for the benefit of Imo residents.
From the word go, we all come together and work in unity with the staff already working in the hospital to make sure that Imo State University will become the university hospital, become one of the best in the country, and will produce graduates that will be highly skilled and competitive, both in local and world markets.
With the inauguration of these leadership structures, expectations are high for the significant improvements in healthcare and basic education in Imo State. In Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The French Foreign Minister Jean-Neil Barrot says that the European Union would retaliate by replicating any tariff imposed on it by the United States, warning Washington against a trade war. He further stated that there is no hesitation when it comes to defending our interest, adding that Washington will move this week to impose 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum products. The Nigerian Senate is set to investigate allegations made by the head of state of Niger Republic, Brigadier General Abdulhamani T, accusing Nigeria of colliding with France to destabilize Niger through a new militia group identified as Lukarawa. The Senate Committee on National Security and Foreign Affairs have directed to investigate the matter and report their findings. Ramsin Agbo takes it from here.
The resolution stemmed from emotion moved on the floor of the upper legislative chamber by the Bauchi South Senator Umar Shehu at the plenary session. Senator Shehu Bubar voiced significant concern over allegations from Niger Republic's head of state, Brigadier General Abdurrahman Chiani, accusing Nigeria of colluding with France to destabilize Niger using a new militia group called Lakurawa. As a result, the lawmakers seek Senate intervention to recommend diplomatic and security measures aimed at restoring and strengthening the historic ties between Nigeria and Niger.
Brigadier General Chani also alleged plans to establish a base for Lakurawa in a forest near Gaba, Sokoto State, with operational reach extending to Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi State.
The Senate decided to halt an open debate on the allegations due to the sensitivity of the matter, but directed its committees on national security and foreign affairs to investigate further and report their findings.
Let us just agree that his committee be made to go and carry out whatever investigation that needs to be carried out, and the committee will present a report to us in an executive session.
But I suggest that it should be a joint committee. The Foreign Committee on Foreign Relations is also very important.
The motion is now referred to the Committee on Intelligence and National Security, jointly with the Committee on Foreign Affairs, to report back within 4 weeks.
As the Senate anticipates feedback from its joint committee, it resolved to debate the outcomes in the executive session. Ramsi Agbo reporting for Global Television.
Still on legislative matters, the House of Representatives Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution has proposed the creation of 31 additional states in the country. The proposal for new states was contained in a letter read during plenary session by the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, who presided over the session in the absence of the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. Ogochukwu Mobono completes the story.
An act of the National Assembly for the purpose of creating a new state shall only be passed if it requires support by at least the third majority of members. The committee chaired by Kalu proposed 6 new states for North Central, 4 in the Northeast, 5 in the Northwest, 5 in Southeast, 4 in South-South, and 7 in Southwest.
The Senate and the House of Representatives, the House of Assembly in respect of the area, and the local government council in respect of the area is received by the National Assembly.
Local state government has vowed to eliminate polio by June 2025, despite a recent surge in cases. Governor Abba Yusuf made this commitment during an orientation training in Kaduna on Saturday, organized by the state's Ministry of Health for health personnel, 44 local government chairmen and traditional rulers. The training aimed to equip stakeholders with the necessary knowledge and strategies to combat polio and reduce maternal mortality in the state. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested 2 suspected drug kingpins at Port Harcourt International Airport and Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, who excreted a total of 125 wraps of heroin. The agency's spokesperson Femi Babafemi confirmed the arrest in a statement issued on Sunday, revealing that one of the suspects, Oyengwo Nico Elochukwu Severnas, operates under dual identities to evade detection. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, says the government will engage stakeholders over the proposed 12-year basic education model. Alausa had during the extraordinary National Council on Education meeting in Abuja presented a proposal that aimed to transition to 12 years of compulsory education within the existing 633 system. During a press briefing in Abuja, Alausa, however, noted that the proposal is for discussion and not an immediate policy shift. You are watching the live broadcast of Midday News on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja, where Midday News return. National Sports Commission Chairman Shehu Diko pledges support for Nigerian Deaf Sports Federation. We shall bring you those details as well as that of business and sports stories right after the break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Midday News on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. In business news now, Nigeria spends not less than 1.57 trillion naira on crude oil production monthly, translating to about 18 trillion naira annually, a development which industry operators describe as too high. Data collected from different sources, including the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, indicated that the minimum any oil producer spends in extracting a barrel of crude oil in Nigeria is about $25. The country's average crude production stands at 1.4 million barrels per day, which means about $35 million is spent daily to produce crude oil. Saudi Arabia has introduced new visa regulations that will impact travelers from 14 countries, including Nigeria, restricting them to single-entry visas valid for 30 days with no option for extension. The changes apply to tourist business travelers and those visiting family members, while excluding applicants for Hajj, Umrah, diplomatic or residency visas. Saudi authorities have cited the misuse of multiple entry visas as a key reason for the policy shift, noting that some travelers use long-term visas to stay in the country illegally or participate in Hajj without proper authorization. On sports scene now, Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Atalati has left for Washington to meet with top U.S. officials and members of Congress after President Donald Trump flaunted a plan to relocate Gazians to Egypt and Jordan. A statement by Egyptian Foreign Ministry says Atalati visited aims to boost bilateral relations and strategic partnership between Egypt and the U.S. and will include consultations on regional development. Egypt have been seeking to rally Arab allies against Trump's plan for Gaza, with Atalati speaking with partners that include Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates to straighten opposition to any forced displacement of Palestinians from their land. In sports stories now, Chairman of the National Sports Commission, NSC, Shehu Diko, has assured the Nigerian Deaf Sports Federation of the Commission's support in upscaling deaf sports and providing a platform for athletes with special needs to express themselves. Diko gave the assurance while receiving a delegation from the Federation led by its president, Dagbo Saka, at the NSC Secretariat in Abuja. The Commission's chairman stated that budgetary provisions had been made for para-sports development, including equipment and kits procurements to advance the sport. Investigators have discovered the bodies of 28 migrants next to a detention facility in the desert in southern Libya. The Libyan Authority General's Office discovered the grave north of the city of Kufra, where dozens of migrants have been detained. According to a statement issued Sunday, security forces freed 76 migrants from the facility. A gang had presumptively deprived illegal migrants of their liberty, tortured them and subjected them to cruel, degrading and inhumane treatment. So this happened, reviews that 10 million of them Britain's King Charles has paid tribute to Namibia's President Sam Nujoma, who has died at age 95, saying his lifelong commitments to freedom and democracy was inspirational and has contributions to history for immense. Nujoma, who led Namibia to independence from apartheid South Africa in 1990 and served as its first president for 15 years, died on Saturday. The current Namibian president, Nagola Mbaba, announced the king stated that President Najoma's contribution to history was immense through his leadership of the long struggle for independence and his subsequent service of 15 years as a founding president of the Republic of Namibia. Leaders Remo Stars maintained their 8-point grip at the top of 2024-25 Nigerian Premier Football League table and completed a double over Kano Pillars this season with a nervy 2-1 win in Ikenne. Sarkiri Alimi and Abubakar Babawo netted for the Sky Blue Stars in the first half, while Abba Adam pulled back for the visitors in the first 45 minutes as well. The Matchday 23 encounter opened up to a lively start and the hosts got off the blocks inside 5 minutes thanks to Alimi, who side-footed Sheol Ogunrigbido's low cross in the net. Belinda Binsik Rich for her Women's Tennis Association Tour final since returning from maternity leave with a surprise victory over Elena Bakina at the Abu Dhabi Open. The Swiss former Olympic champion clinched a 3-6, 6-3, 6-4 triumph over world number 5 Bakina in 2 hours and 6 minutes. Berkik welcomed her daughter Bella in April 2024 and returned from a 30-month break from the tour 6 months later. Now that's it on Global Television Midday News. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 2.